Hello, this is the final project presentation from Group 4 of the Vocabulary Design class in summer 2019. Our group members are Jessica Camargo, Elizabeth Ibanez, Stephanie O, and myself, Clay Maltzkuhn. For our final project, we decided to create a thesaurus covering the domain of national parks located in the state of California. These parks are spread across the state and contain a wide variety of attractions and activities, as well as valuable conservation areas to preserve our nation's wildlife. To make this thesaurus, we generated a controlled vocabulary for information storage and retrieval related to national parks that also serves as an introduction to standard vocabulary for novice users. Our targeted audience is the general public with an interest in visiting California's national parks. We wanted our thesaurus to appeal to a broad number of people, such as the many varieties of campers, including back-to-country campers, casual groups, and Boy and Girl Scouts, as well as families and tourists and any novice visitors. The intended user may not have extensive knowledge of the many terms related to national parks, and after our domain analysis, we finalized the vocabulary covering basic knowledge for a first-time visit. The main scope of the thesaurus covers the users and staff of the parks, geographic features, park activities, regulation, gear, and flora and fauna. Topics with fringe vocabulary included history, climate, and the names of the parks themselves, as shown here. Our group elected not to include too many terms associated with specific parks as to not highlight one national park over another, but to provide terms useful for a visit to any of the parks. By using a controlled vocabulary, our thesaurus offers a more efficient information retrieval experience for both first-time users and experienced indexers. For instance, our thesaurus contains both the words supplies and gear, which both have similar meanings and can be used interchangeably. During our domain analysis, we decided to use gear over supplies as the preferred term. By keeping our vocabulary consistent, we hope to provide a more streamlined experience. Our domain analysis was done by browsing various websites related to California national parks, as well as more general sites related to hiking and camping. We created a Google Doc and initially came up with 200 terms that we felt were important to our topic, and over time narrowed it down to 100. Following this, we went forward with our facet analysis, electing to use Aitchison et al.'s fundamental facets to divide our terms into digestible topics such as naturally occurring entities, attributes, organizations, equipment, or space, place, location, and environment. The majority of our terms fell under entities, agents, and operations. Following this, our group moved on to the step of relationship analysis. During this step, we used standard conventions to display the hierarchical and associated relationships of terms. To sort terms, we used Aitchison et al. Standards. RT, or related terms, refers to associated terms. NT, or narrower terms, prescribes a term of a more specific topic, whereas BT, or broader term, for a more general topic, whereas SN, or scope note, is used to add more detailed information about terms, whereas UF is used for non-preferred terms, or use to indicate a preferred term. In this example, the scope note here is used to add clarifying information about the term campers, meaning people, rather than the vehicle. In addition, the varying relationships such as broad, narrow, and related terms between campers, campgrounds, and camping are all displayed for the viewer's convenience. After completing the relationship analysis, we moved on to the final term selection, This process resulted in a final list of 106 terms, 95 of which were preferred, 11 of which were non-preferred. Our group used ANSI standards to determine our finalized terms, such as count nouns, which are countable, and in should most cases be pluralized. Most of our Thesaurus nouns adhered to this rule. Exceptions can be seen in abstract ideas, disciplines, or activities, which should be expressed in singular form. We used organizational information, such as the National Park Service website, to determine our preferred terms. Once the finalization was completed, we organized our terms in alphabetical and classified indexes. We outlined the alphabetical index first, adding the hierarchical relationships between terms. We then completed the classified index using a tree index and assigning classification notation. Comparing the alphabetical and classified index uncovered mistakes in the alphabetical relationships, which were then able to be fixed. This example shown is from the completed hierarchical index, showing the diverse terms that we used in our thesaurus. Finally, after much research, deliberation, and typing, we were able to complete our thesaurus, serving as a guide to any person interested in the national parks of California. Thank you.